Nicole decides to play matchmaker with Mac and Gina.
With Clint sitting at the table, she tries to run that scenario. I gotta throw the flag on that.
Yeah, that was
That
raggedy.
is not good form at
Absolutely
all.
not. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 16, episode number
Well,
21.
before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. Please hit that notification button so you know when we upload new content. Please send us your comments. We appreciate and thank you for your support.
For
So here
sure.
we go. We're going to discuss finances. Nicole again is stressing about writing a check to Chris. Her preference would be they create an account where all the expenses go into. Now the life presents itself, and she doesn't understand yet that stuff like that, finances and all that other stuff, who pays what, yada yada yada. They will come up with something, and
Just
let me
like
repeat that, they will come up with something.
just like they came up with the living arrangements after the decision day.
Right, because she was stressing about that, talked about that over and over and over and over and over
Obsessively.
again. And look what happens. Chris finds a spot for them.
Who knew?
They sign a lease and all is well. So I imagine she'll find something else to go to complain about. Um, it is what it
That's
is.
who she is.
Then we see her meet with Kristen at a furniture store. Kristen obviously shared what happened between she and Shaq. Nicole listened to what she was saying, but she said something odd. She said it's good for her that Kristen and Shaq no longer are together because now Kristen could be available for her in some capacity as her friend. So she could let loose on all those toxic
Self-sabotaging conversations.
she got going on with her.
She got a running buddy, huh?
That's a some kind of friendship for you, right? Your only use of the person is them for them to listen to your wounds.
So yes, you, right? Be a yes woman, I guess.
Does she understand that that could get old pretty quick? That's
Sometimes
why
like
my
that one.
people know they gotta leave a message.
Voicemail.
People just reach out and touch you anytime they feel like it. I'm sorry, but sometimes you gotta protect your peace.
Because there are people not only in your family, but in your circle of friends and associates who will challenge you.
Exactly, particularly in your family. None, 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 none.
Well, say they're the primary culprits, huh? Family.
The only the only time you pick up the phone, one is if the phone is close and you can hear it, and but you check the number first. And two, if you're getting a call at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
At an odd time, yeah, something's
that
up.
means something's up. You gotta pick it up. Beyond that, not so much.
Yeah, and during the course of Kirsten and Nicole's conversation, Nicole again plays, I guess, this faux relationship advisor to. She advises Kirsten to seek closure.
Again, she wants her to seek closure because she wants her undivided attention. Chris presents the lease. They signed the
The
lease,
new
so
lease.
they're now secured with the three dogs and themselves for an apartment. So all is well in her world. Chris goes into the change the name situation. Now, is it me or do men feel that that piece is important for them? Because
I think
this
they
is not
do. I think
the
they do.
first time that the man brings up the thing about changing your name.
I think they do. I think we do. I think, but it's something that is an individual decision.
Nicole got the paperwork for the name change, and it's quite a bit based on the state you're living in. And she already had that uploaded and ready to go. So she wanted to tie those things down. Nicole decides when all the couples meet to find out who dropped who. She decides to let everyone know that now that Gina is getting a divorce from Clint, that she thinks it's time for Gina and McKinley to start dating,
Yeah, to go out on a date,
to go out on a date.
tea or something like that.
And meanwhile, when she introduced that conversation, Clint is sitting at the table as well.
Yeah.
And she had no qualm about bringing that conversation forward. And on the after party, she claimed that Clint is not going to feel any kind of way about that. When Iris told her that that's not necessarily the case, Clint is a man, and they just got basically divorced.
I'm wondering why Chris didn't speak up and say, maybe kind of interject himself and say, now I know that this is not his, typical MO, but why didn't he say, well, we wish them the best. We're going to focus on us,
Basically, stay out of people's business.
which is what I said from the top. Damn business.
Keep the focus on our little situation we got going
Right.
on here.
She's not so far removed from the edge of that cliff that
Exactly.
things couldn't get
Exactly.
really scary and really hairy, moving forward for them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they still, to my knowledge, at least based on what was previously revealed, have not had that serious first disagreement yet.
No. No.
So I'd like to see what happens, or what's being said when that happens. That's going to be an interesting point.
You better believe that'll be an
And it
interesting
may
point,
catch one, if not both of them, off guard.
because that conversation could light both of them up and set them on fire. And I'm talking from
Especially Nicole.
experience.
Especially Nicole.
Oh my God. So I'm not sure why she inserted herself in that scenario. And I think it reflects poorly on McKinley, on Gina, and on Nicole.
Yep.
Because why is Gina thinking about McKinley when she's married to Clint? Why would Nicole bring up that conversation with Clint, freshly divorced from Gina, or about to get divorced from Gina? And why is McKinley and Gina hopeful of a relationship? And does McKinley not have any other options? You think if they have a relationship, Gina is going to be focused on McKinley?
Hey, if he thinks that she will be, he better have a quick conversation with Clint.
Does she understand what he says? Because she seems so conservative. I mean, she's covering her face when they talk about sex. Does she know what McKinley is putting on the market? Whether it be the seeds, whether it be the plants, whether it be distribution. Does she know what he's
High level activities he's involved with.
he is involved with, the, as they say, the devil's leaves? In the Caribbean they don't call it the devil's leaves.
What they call it?
What?
What they call it? What they call it?
It's a herb that my grandmother used to, go out there in the backyard and pick and put it in the little, pot and steam, and then she would drink it. That's medicine. That was medicine for her. And it's medicine for a whole lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
But we were getting the pure, uncut stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a little different than what they have right now.
From the earth. I got it. From the earth. I got it. I got it.
So it's just based on your experience and your interpretation of what that leaf can do for you.
Right.
Not promoting anything. I'm just telling you about my situation.
Right.
growing up.
I got that part. I got that.
Because my grandmother was always mellow. She had no teeth in her head. I don't know if that's a byproduct of.
Okay. Why are you talking about Nana like that?
I wonder if Miss Conservative herself knows exactly the deal that McKinley is doing. Nicole and Chris are together and they're working it out. I wish them well. I'm sure you wish them well as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. They were the ones I got right.
Hopefully, as she sees more and more of how she behaved in this thing, she will get some sort of professional to help her that thing she has with
Self-sabotage talk.
self-sabotaging, and how negatively she talks about herself.
And how not only impacts, her husband Chris, but also anybody listening to her in her, in her immediate circle, I guess.